This is Siddhartha. Siddhartha was born to a king named Suddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. While he was young, his father was told by an old sage that he would either become an emperor or he would become a sage. His father definitely wanted him to be an emperor, and he made him experience just the lavishness and the extravagance of the life. But he was not actually satisfied. Siddhartha had a lot of questions and he wanted to know especially what is there outside the palace. One day, Siddhartha went outside the palace to see what exactly is there, and he observed that there is a lot of suffering. There are people who are suffering from the diseases, old age, and there are even people who die. That is when he realized that all this lavishness and everything he experienced is not what actually life is. He wanted to know what is the meaning of life. By this time, he was married and he had a child, so he took care of his family for some time. And by the time his child was around a year and above, he decided he wanted to know actually and learn what life is, the meaning of life is. He went far away from the palace. He went from school to school and pursued 8 samadhis. So this was the time again he didn't feel content about all of this different thing. He was not at all satisfied. So he was walking as a samana. Samana is a certain system of practice where they should never ask for food. They should never go in pursuit of food. They were trying to get rid of the fundamental instinct of survival, that is food or eating. And Siddhartha took it to a great extreme to know the greatest extreme suffering, because he was told that the suffering purifies the soul. He was really tired. He went on like this for years and he could barely walk. And that was the time he had that realization, why should I make my body suffer like this? My life is there and I'm living, so there is something else to this. He sat below a tree and he made a decision that I am either finding or getting to know the meaning of life, or I should be carried away by the nature. This is Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. Very often we ask questions like, what is the meaning of my life? Why am I living? What is the meaning of my existence? What is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose of my life? Well, we can all relate to Buddha in this context. We are not Buddha because Buddha means someone who has transcended above his intellect or who is above his intellect. Buddha lived his life to know his purpose. That's exactly the meaning of our life is. Do we have a single purpose? Definitely not. Purpose is like food or hunger. When we are hungry, we are not specifically searching for just something. We eat food, and that could be a variety of foods. Purpose too is exactly like that. We don't have just a single purpose, but we have a common purpose, that is to live our life. And when we live our life, during that life, we get a lot to do. We are supposed to do a lot of things. We're supposed to be kind. We're supposed to be humans. And that's exactly what is the purpose of our life is. To live our life the way we want to live. Just like Buddha lived to find the meaning of his life. So what I'm actually here to say is, you don't actually have to feel bad that you're not anywhere. You're not actually finding your purpose. You're sitting home doing nothing. Nothing like that. Everything has a purpose and you are actually on the way to live your life, or you're living your life, or you're pursuing your purpose of life. Keep that in mind. See you next week. Take care and bye-bye.